Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today, we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So with that being said, let's just dive in and let's start off with this tweet here. So we do see from Wall Street Silver, hey, Peter Schiff, unfortunately, we just got the kiss of death. Kramer recommended gold. Rest in peace. And yeah, if you guys did miss it, basically Jim Cramer said charts suggest investors should ignore crypto cheerleaders and stick with gold, which I think is comical. So if you guys have been, missing out on the incredible FUD from CNBC, there has been a substantial amount of it in the past, roughly, I would argue, like 2-3 weeks. It was just like right before the rally that we just recently seen. And here you guys have it. So here's the 11 hours ago, FUD statement that Jim Cramer made. Then also 4 hours ago, he, warned again. 1 month ago, he warned that Solana and Litecoin holders says he wouldn't touch crypto in a million years. Then also, Jim Cramer urges investors to exit crypto. It's never too late to sell. 1 month ago, yet again. And again, 1 month ago, Jim Cramer says Dogecoin is about to collapse. And here is talking about FTX, says crypto and high wages need to crash for the Fed to beat inflation. I mean, it's absolutely insane to me what's happening right now around the mainstream media FUD machine. The craziest thing is that this video right here is the perfect example of what we are seeing right now around crypto. So this goes back quite some time, going back to November 2nd, 2022. But I actually seen this video a long time ago. But listen closely to this around the manipulation of crypto from some of the major players out there.
This is a lot of times they're coordinating without the insider trading. This is not illegal to do. The rich get rich. I know personally, people that would have gotten in or stayed in if these people weren't saying what they're saying.
Right. And so this has really been extremely egregious. So on September 12th, Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is a fraud. He says he'll fire any one of his traders buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin drops 24%. When Jamie Dimon speaks, people listen. So that weekend, we found out that the largest buyer of a Bitcoin fund that's in Europe that buys physical Bitcoin, the largest buyer was Morgan Stanley.
A lot of times they're coordinating without the insider trading. This is not illegal to do.
No, manipulating the news cycle, if you're smart about it, is they can get away with it. Nobody's ever been arrested for anything like this.
So now, with crypto...
And that's basically where the video ends. And what I really wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about with this video and really address is the fact that, we constantly see mainstream media push this narrative around crypto that, hey, you need to stay away from crypto, you need to stay away from crypto. And they say it at the worst time possible so that retail misses out on some of the biggest wealth creation timeframes in crypto. And what are we talking about with this? We're talking about what recently just happened with the massive rally within crypto. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, Nick, where do you see the prices going around a lot of these altcoins? I am waiting patiently. So I've always said whenever we look at crypto and we see a major rally like the one that we recently just seen, it's always time to kind of get a little bit cautious. So I actually like this chart from CJ over on Twitter. I actually really tend to like his analysis whenever we do see some major moves in the market, and even before we see some major moves in the market as well. But we do see bulls want to get back above 23.2K. We'll be watching for this low time frame setup if we run the high and break the structure. Now, yes, when we really kind of look at what's happening around Bitcoin, the biggest concerning thing around Bitcoin's price action right now is just how high Bitcoin dominance is. Remember, if Bitcoin does come back down to test like 22K, right? That drop would be significant enough to have altcoins at some very, very low levels. Remember what I was saying in terms of like XRP back down to like 20 to 25 cents? yeah, that's a possibility if we do see Bitcoin go up to like 23K and then all of a sudden retest like 20K or anywhere within like 20 to 22K. And here you guys have a little bit of a different scenario as well. So again, we really kind of look for, I mean, like this is more so shorting and longing Bitcoin. But in terms of like the expansion at 24 to 25K plus, we would need to have that reclaim of 23K plus, and then see that nice price action above. And also, again, we really kind of look at the lower price action to like 21.5K if we do lose about like 22.3K or so. So that's what we're looking at. And again, this is why I'm a little bit cautious short term. But again, with all of what we are seeing around mainstream media and what we recently seen, I am looking at the long-term viewpoints of this market, and honestly, I do see one of the largest bull runs around crypto brewing right now, and I actually tend to agree with Kevin Cage over here. We do see if you don't think the total crypto market cap will easily break $3 trillion plus again in the future, get off crypto Twitter. I'm patient. When in doubt, zoom out. And here you guys have the total crypto market cap going all the way back to like 2014, and we do see it sitting at about 800 million back here in 2014. 16 billion in 2014 was the high. And then, you know, roughly about like 4 years later, we are at 845 billion. And then again, 4 years later, 3 trillion. So let's see, where will we be by May of 2024? Where will we be? Right? And again, like these time frames in terms of like where we will be, you know, this is not saying that it's going to top out at, you know, in like any sort of price by May 2024. You know, we could see price action significantly higher within the next coming months. Or, you know, if you guys are focused on, you know, like 2025 or 2024 to 2025, I know a lot of people have been following like the 4-year cycle theory. Whatever the case may be, you are probably looking at a nice level of roughly $8 trillion plus. That's why I say like $8 to $14 trillion is the perfect scenario for the overall market cap of crypto. What do you guys think the total crypto market cap will be at the highs? Comment down below and also hit that like button. Now, also, when we look at crypto and we look at the charts around, you know, the dollar compared to Bitcoin, we are expecting an incredible move within the markets long term. Again, this could top out before 2024 to have that wave 5 brew, and this could take the Bitcoin price action to roughly like 70 to 100K. And I've been watching this closely. Shout out to Rickish Trades for this. We are focused on the dollar creating new lows. We're focused on the dollar continuing to drop from these levels that we are at now. And with that, again, we focus on what happens around risk on asset classes like crypto and stocks. They go absolutely parabolic. And a lot of people have been asking me, like, where do I see XRP going in price action? You know, I think that with what we are seeing around the XRP community with like 10K, 20K, 50K, 100K, all that kind of stuff, like we really kind of focus on the pressure cooker, right? What I've said about XRP many, many times in the past is that we have this long-term price action chart of this just complete sideways price action of about 1,844 days of XRP being under the all-time highs that it has achieved back in 2017 and 2018. So when this really does start to break out, you know, where are we going to go? I do have my price targets up here between like $10 to $15. I think that that's an area that I'm very, very confident with. If we do see that 20, like I'm looking at like 27 cents down to possibly like 22 cents. I think that 22 cents would be a great area to get into XRP. Why? Because if we do see those levels at $10, this would be about almost a 45x. At $15, it's about a 67x opportunity. And could we go, you know, right past those levels? 100%. I mean, to the 4618, the macro 4618, it's about a 73x opportunity run. So I'm really kind of looking at where we could go. In terms of like lower price action, we really are just focused on the XRP Bitcoin price chart for those out there that are not aware of why you should be focused on this. The main thing that I've been focused on is the same price range that I've been addressing for a while, which is the summer demand, this would be about a 26.13% drop from our area that we were at in December. From our current level, this would be about a 16.61% drop. I would argue that we'd probably see about a 32% drop on the actual XRP price chart. If we do see about a 32% drop or so, we would be trading at the same exact demand zone of about roughly 28 cents. But again, we'll probably go a little bit lower because of how high Bitcoin dominance is. So I'm targeting that 22-cent zone, which would be about a 50% drop from our current price. But I am very bullish on XRP. I'm very bullish on most of this market, if not all of this market, long term, because of where we currently are at, and also with how bearish mainstream media is. Also, let's not just talk about how long it's been since XRP hit a new all-time high. Let's talk about all of the haters around XRP. For example, shout out to Crypto Nagato, but we do see all the people who have been hating on XRP for the past few years are the same who will FOMO buy it once it breaks its previous all-time high. You'll see. And yes, this is why I say you have to position yourself before it's too late. A lot of people were just coming to me the other day and talking to me about LCX and AOBT and, all of these altcoins and saying, hey, when do you think that we'll see a pullback? Zoom out. Look at most of this market, and also, guess what? A lot of these tokens and a lot of these projects I was talking about during the summertime when we were at significant lows. I mean, go back to where we are at on XRP, even at our current price, we're still down 80% almost from that level that we were at back in April of 2021. At our lows, we were down 80, almost 6%. And that's also why I say, we could still see about 22 cents, 20 some cents. This would be a 90% pullback, which is what most of the market has done already in terms of altcoins. I would argue that we could probably see 20 some cents being tested yet again. It would make sense. But again, I still believe that long term in the bull run, not even long term, we could see again. I'm just really kind of being cautious with what Bitcoin is doing and what Bitcoin dominance is doing. I will say I've been buying within the 32 cent zone to 35 cents. I've been accumulating that range for a while whenever we do see it. So far, I think that we're up in significant profit. I don't know what the profit range is. I would have to go within my average, which is probably about 34 cents, 30 some cents, or 33 some cents. Would probably be up about 25%, which is not much. But I've been averaging into XRP because long term and even short term, I see some significant price action. Short term in this next bull run, I'm targeting roughly on an average price range, the $13 range, which would be about a 40x opportunity run. And it's because of just how bearish everyone is around XRP. I would love to know the percentage of the general public that is actually invested into XRP, especially around crypto, because there's just no way that it is a significant percentage. I mean, I've looked at the wallets, or not the wallets, but I've looked at the wallet addresses of some of the larger tokens out there, and we're barely scratching some Casper, for example. Casper is a very good example. 100,000 wallets. Q&T, I think we're closing the gap in on 110K, maybe 120K. So when we look at a lot of these tokens, they're still very, very undervalued and overlooked. XRP, I think, is in the millions range for the actual wallets being out there. But again, there's so much hate towards XRP just because of, the lack of all-time highs being hit since 2017 and 2018. But again, I look at that as a bearish statistic because we know that during this entire time frame here, the SEC, had that lawsuit right here. to stifle the price action and stifle XRP's growth within the US. And, it slowed Ripple down quite a bit. We ended up topping out at roughly $2. But just imagine, right, if there was no SEC, imagine if there was no, slowed down price action or anything like that. Like, I could just imagine where we would be at if we broke this all-time high back here and we had that price FOMO. Like, I always argue the idea that, like, from here to just like $13, which is like the all-time high, to like 13 some dollars, this would be about like roughly a 3x opportunity run. Now, let's go back real quick to Kevin Cage's chart of the overall market cap of crypto. Most of most of the major altcoins that are in like the top 25, usually like 2 to 3x to possibly even 4x from their previous all-time highs. A good example of this would be Ethereum. I've always showed you guys like Ethereum's price chart. I've always showed you guys like what Ethereum has done in the past. For example, going back to the 2017-2018 all-time high. So we'll go off of the candle bodies. This already did roughly a 3.5x opportunity run. Off the top candle here, it still did about like a 2.5x. And even if we're going off like 2.5x, right, we would still see an XRP price chart, or a price for XRP, sorry, at about roughly $11.50 some cents. And again, we know that XRP has a lot more utility than Ethereum. And even if we're going off the candle bodies themselves, so we could still go off of like the candle bodies themselves off of like even the XRP all-time high, which this is on the monthly. So let's go to like the actual monthly chart for XRP. So here's where we have like the candle bodies set up a little bit differently. So 340% would still take us to about like $8.73, which again, I'm still very, very happy with. So again, like in my opinion, if we are talking about the overall market cap of crypto doing a massive move to like $8 to $12 trillion, and we're seeing XRP, I forgot what the dominance was the last time that I looked at it. So XRP has about 2% market dominance over this market. We're looking at some significant market cap range for XRP if we could get to like 4%, which again, when we look at Ethereum has like almost 19% market dominance. Just imagine what XRP would have right now if it wasn't for the SEC. So again, I always put into question, where could XRP go? I've always stuck with like the double-digit plus figure, like $10 is my target. Could we, lose that target and maybe just go to like $8 in some sense? Yeah, 100%. But I'm still targeting $10. It's been so long. I mean, look at the price chart for XRP and tell me this has not been under a major pressure zone for a very long time. And by the way, this is why candle bodies are very important. Look at where we topped out on back in April of 2021. Right at major resistance that we've seen back in 2017 and 2018. So we were retesting those highs without being listed on major exchanges and with the pressure from the SEC lawsuit. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on for more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, hope that you all have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.